Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Razorbacks will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Alabama's offense will get the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. Escapes the sack. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll keep it himself. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying play action. Fires on the move. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the line.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback on the keeper. Goes to the end zone, and the ball's out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Williams. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. The short hands, it's Young. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Number 32, on supposed
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. White wants to throw it. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Razorbacks are flying down the field.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. To the ground with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so done.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll try the run. runs through a tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Out of the backfield, he's open. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Dances away. On the run, deep down the right side. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. It's complete. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away he saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. White going to attack through the air. He makes a catch. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Caught behind the line. It's Peterson. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And that is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback
Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 20. Line, and they are threatening. And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum, get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And guys, this has been a defensive struggle, but now on 1st and goal, a chance for the first. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, throw the records out the window when Oregon and Washington fight to the finish. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. To the air, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Handoff to the fullback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Russell. Working the middle, it's complete. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes to the right. 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Razorbacks want to move quickly.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
White wants to throw it. Unloads it left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll try the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers. But man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's the Heat. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
What if I told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. Got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Got three.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And after that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, you'd expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Motion from the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. White going to attack through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there from Cuban.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. White wants to throw it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's going up top here late in the game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Williams. Finding an escape route. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. And at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. That was pretty to me.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.